Hey, Rebels. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring this situation to a close. This is part three to Titanic, and this is about what's next to come, liberation, the work on self, and I think we're gonna do this in two parts. Although this is the third part. Well, part A, part B, no one's above the other, right? Everybody's on their own journey. So these will be the two cards that we still have. And if you're just here joining us, um, and you want to go back and look at part one and part two, awesome. You feel like this is where you need to be and possibly look at those later, awesome. You feel like this is where you need to be and that what's behind you is behind you. You don't need to go through all that again. Oh my goodness, it was something. Awesome. Whichever. So we still have, or should we say, we have the Thunderbolt and Aloneness. Now, obviously, this is a tower, and we are going to start with Jack. Obviously, this is a tower, and there's a light, there's a tunnel. It's like an eye in the sky. Really want you to see this. There's like an eye in the sky, right? Usually, you have the white on the outside, then you have the color, then you have the dark. This one, you have the white on the inside, the bluish color. I don't know if I could cast that. There we go. And then you have the dark on the outside. So this is, I feel like a turn of the tables. A turn of the tables for Jack. And then we have gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude. Integration through reflection. And once again, there's a form of walking away. Like they say, you can't see the forest beyond the trees. Okay, Jack. And then we have projection. So let's figure out what this is about. Thus far, I am getting the energy of no matter how much you separate yourself from this, you're going to always feel something tugging at you. Something, every time I try to leave, something keep pulling me back. Whether you go back or not, that's up to you. But let's look and see what things look like going forward. Where is it that we are going to start? Let's check out some energy. I hope that everyone is well and that, storyline wasn't too heavy. And if you're dealing with it personally or observing somebody else's situation, process at your own risk. So we have tranquility. The self, awesomeness. And then we have understanding. The self, tranquility, understand. Hey, what do I need to say? Look at both sides. Okay, so Jack, I feel that even though throughout what's been going on, you've been very considerate of your side as well as Rose's side. And it seems as if you're really not, it's like your treasure island. This experience has been like a treasure island for you. You got something from this situation or relationship that you didn't know that you even needed. like it aligns you with your shadow. It caused you to have a bit of peace. Yes, you can be angry and smoky in the background for various reasons, but at such a distance, there's peace that's enjoying and embracing that viewpoint, that scenery. There's two different bodies of water right here. I don't know if when you go around that they connect, but due to the color, it could be the distance. This situation is going to be so far off for you in the past because you're going to recover like that. I feel it. Bliss. Cherishing the day. Pretty much, I feel like we're off to the good start. So I feel that you've left your situation with your rose. Titanic rose. That you left the situation with Rose very with a lot of grace, a lot of understanding, a lot of reflecting on yourself and what you've been through to be able to give that understanding to everything that's behind you, to be able to resonate with peace and let it be so obvious that you're not going to be stagnant anywhere. Now, yeah, the dwelling is more so like, okay, you're thinking about things to comprehend, not necessarily dwelling as in the depression of, but more so to comprehend and embrace and figure out where within you does this previous version of you that you just experienced with your previous situation, where does that align you with now? Let's do. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Okay, right here. So, how are you looking at that previous situation? Sacred sexuality, accessing the. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this picture, like kind of turning my head, like, what's that? I don't know. All right, and then we have karmic relationship, releasing the past. Exactly. Enter your vortex. You know what? I have a book. I think it's called something like this. Okay, and then aligning with infinite abundance. Jack, honey, I don't know who you are. I don't know what it is that you've been through, but it seems like you've done so much self work and recovery. And if this is someone who you have observed, Jack has done so much self work and recovery and getting to know Jack's self that what is there? Why are we doing this? Remember your identity. You can do it, Jack. What is it that you're aligning yourself with? What is it that you're, and then, I'm so used to like the drama mask, right? You have one smiling, one happy. This one, can you even read this person? Remember your identity. So even though you were in this karmic relationship, and I'm sure you too realize that you were karmic indeed to that relationship or situation, right? Though you're proceeding beyond that turning point from or within this relationship, I'm being careful because some are still in the phase of deciding, right? Or realizing. Because what we learned is that Jack didn't quite realize that Rose was ready to bust a move, right? Though you're in this space, realize that your identity now does implement parts and fragments of this past, of this karmic relationship. It was bittersweet. There is only you would know what it is that you actually got from it, but we're going to try to dig into it because, we care about you and we really want to, we're invested. We're here together. You are so clear on who it is that you are and what it is that you can take, what it is that you measure up to in comparison to who you once were and who it is that you are aspiring to become. That as much of a spiral, this could be a tornado. It's such a beautiful one. Like Dorothy and Toto are going home. Flowers, love, peace, unity, hippiness, just this. I feel like this is a celebration for you. That this isn't, that this is like a sweet morning. If you even feel that you're mourning at all. Let's continue to proceed forward. No crap. King of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. You know, Jack, we're going to end yours real quick. And the freaking world. At the bottom, what do we have? Judgment. So I'm not going to fill your brain with, all these photos and it looks to be okay. I was going to say that those were wire hangers in the background, but no, we have 2, 6, 11, 7, and 8, or the infinity sign. But the ropes are burning. No more wire hanger, mommy dearest problems. What is this right here? And with the Ace of Cups. Oh my God, what a trick. Yeah. So I'm not going to fill your brain up with what Rose, the other portion of this, has potentially done in your face, out of your presence, because that's not for you to know right now. The focus is regrouping yourself, paying attention to realize the lessons that you learned, go through your grievances, have your moment of appreciation, do that song and dance with yourself, and in your due time, you will proceed forward, peace, whole, and so much better than you entered that last situation in, your previous situation. So much better than you could have ever imagined. Because even though you did most of the nurturing into that nourishing of Rose, even with that being said, you didn't realize that there were so many things that you needed Rose for, that you needed that previous situation for. And here with the Eight of Pentacles, so you are going straight for the goal. Once again, I don't feel that you need me to tell you anything. You're full focused and practicing. Like, this man has done this thing. Come on now. You mess up leather while you're trying to create anything. You mess it up, it's a done deal. Okay? Quality gone down. Value just, you're going to go from making a book bag to a purse to a wallet to, a keychain. If you mess up, this man is being very intentional about his moving forward. King of Sword in the world. Is your confidence feeling a little weak from this situation, or did you really want this situation to work through? And here's the thing. You can't always get what you want, but you'll get what you need. That's important to come to peace with. You can't always get what you want, but you will get what you need. Okay, so this is upside down. 8 of Cups. Well, you leaving everything behind. You said she could have it. Rose could have it. Anything that you had in those cups, you are going to find a better oasis as you proceed forward. I don't know which one is the North Star, but they all so bright. You have many options. You have many potential. You have many people. Let's say these stars in the sky are people who are waiting to meet you, people who are waiting to appreciate you and know the value of you. Off rip. No need to wait. Yes, it's time to move forward. It's time. 6 of Swords. And okay. 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 Don't make me have to drag you. All right. Can you even see this? Can the camera pick this up? This young lady has fairy wings on her. You know those specks of dust, like fairy wings. Simply fly there. Fly to the island. Fly to the island with this faith and intention, but instead, it's taking the swords of wisdom with her. Patience. I see what you're doing here. Patience, and you're letting go, as we discussed earlier, because right here with the world and your infinite abundance, it is necessary for you to go through those reflections. Just reflect and notice that this silhouette is of all the shadow things, all the memories, all the dwelling, the nostalgia, the future that you dreamt, that you thought was possible. Just looking back to the past. Usually in an 8 of Swords, the lady is blindfolded, standing up, surrounded by water, I believe. And this one is like a quiet time out in the corner, not hiding, not blindfolded. You see clearly. It's just about releasing. And at the bottom, and allow yourself to go through this. And you know what? This is even reminding me, crying can be so nourishing. Get that tension, get that pressure, get that, it's like not just crabs in a bucket, but imagine a pot full of boiling water, crab in it or not, but just the sweat that can seep off from the side, just from the steam. You don't want your tears to sneak up on you. Sit with yourself. Tears can be very freeing and releasing of the pressure and the tension and the anger and the animosity and the, oh, what the heck. And also after crying, you can think so much clearer. Oh my gosh. And all right. And at the bottom, we got Queen of Swords. Nothing anyone can say to you. Quick to cut someone's tongue off with your own silence if they dare make a false remark about you. Look at how she's gazing up at the jewel on top of that ground. That's well earned. A little couple scratches there, but well earned and deserved. And I say that even furthermore because the sun right behind her and the bird flying solo. Who needs to give you direction? So, Jack, I'm pretty sure that we're just here for a bit of cheering you on. Go Rebels. You got this. You got this. You got this. But And I keep we ain't even worried about it. Let's see. Is there anything that else that Jack should look at? Protection needed. The shield. Okay. All right. Let's pick a line. Call in Archangel Michael for protection, Jack, to clear your energy field. Okay. Jack, male, female, who knows? Jacqueline, Jack, whatever. And then passion ignited desires. Don't give up on yourself. You haven't given up on yourself in releasing the past. It has obviously encouraged you to push forward. And I'm looking at more wings and fire. So we had, you got a purpose and passion. I'm here thinking about the master plan because ain't nothing but sweat inside my hands. Isolation, loneliness. Take care of you. It's time to take care of you. You just seem and come off as the type of energy that gives so much because you can empathize so deep that don't nobody know much about. They don't really see and pay attention to when that dark empath comes to surface because they're looking at you and it's like their eyes are deceiving what their expectations of your behavior actually should be, could be, and have the potential of being due to the usage of their imagination and the usage of them being main character energy. So they feel, so they believe. Rose lost a good one, but she wasn't ready. That's the thing about it. Rose was not ready, all right? But you have so much coming your way, and it is important that you change your view, distorted view, perspective. So this reminds I'm hearing Pennywise. So you're coming out of that tunnel. You made it to the end of the tunnel. Oh my God. Sorry, don't mean to laugh. You made it out of that tunnel with Pennywise and all those other dead souls. You have leveled up. You have leveled up. You have leveled out. And you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And we were just talking about over here. Okay. Seeing the light through the tunnel. Jack, All right. All right. Let's do. What is it that Jack needs to know? What is it that Jack needs to know? Obviously, Jack knows a lot. What is it that Jack needs to know? Okay, so this is the after tarot. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have what looks to be the Four of Pentacles with Death. Stop emotionally giving away your money. Stop emotionally giving away and when I say your money, what I'm saying, your currency, your energy, your money, your time, your presence, your anything. Stop emotionally. Start using more of the logical side of yourself. Because you didn't make it this far without using a lot of logic, right? Start utilizing more of the logical side of yourself and set the emotions to the side until you understand the logic behind your perspective, their potential perspective, and what you're willing to live with and not violating your character moving forward and not doing charity work amongst others who will say fuck you in so many different ways when you tell them no. when you do not fulfill the requirements of their tantrums, expectations. And you got to look at things differently. You got to look at things differently. And it's no fault of yours. This, once again, this is what you needed to know. Okay, because you worked too hard for this. You've done all that work just to give it away. And yes, you have more, but who's deserving? Someone who's going to accept you in your change. Understanding why you see the world the way that you do. Someone who will see your selfishness as okay, because you rightfully so, and that was a confirmation belch. You rightfully so should be able to cater to yourself as well as have someone come cater to you while you're working, while you're busy, while you're trying to get your feet solid on the ground. This is beautiful, Jack. What are you at? Go ahead and fight away all those demons and anxiety. Anything that you even, and look, and roses all on the blanket. Okay. Let go of anything that is going to cause you to have what is the word that we're looking for? Such an attachment to whatever the rose situation or person was, because the fact that there's roses on here makes me think there's something that you're gonna keep that's gonna be thought to be sentimental, but really it's not. Now, whether this is a pipeline between you and that old situation or that old thing that might come around and want you back, we don't know what she's doing. We ain't got over to her yet. Or if this is just the thoughts that you know, of what you thought things was going to be. Whatever this cushion is, trust yourself that you can let it go. Because who the heck really just gonna hold the sword? What that thing clear? This thing looks like it's in movement, like it's in action, and that you're just holding this sword, standing guard. Because so long as you have the sword there, it's not gonna move. But that much, so many different ways from Sunday will it reach for you, and it's gonna keep on trying. Let go of the anxiety. Let go of the fear. Because this ain't nothing but a monster from the past. Clearly. So, Jack, we gonna wrap you up, honey, because I feel like you've been here before. Like you've done this before. You know, let's move you over there. Can we get some encouragement? I listen to opposing opinions. Yin yang, the illusion. The sun looks like a moon. The moon looks like a sun. Would that be a lone? Well, it's some sort of eclipse, obviously. Two roses. They loved you. They loved you not. They appreciate you, though. I spread joy. Keep these things in mind, because these are part of the qualities that makes you so healing to yourself. I advance through my own abilities. Yes, you do, honey. You definitely do. I really want to just pinch your cheek. I respect the properties of others. I am not playing. I'm just going to keep on pulling for you. And you can, when you had enough, you had enough. And if, okay. Here we go. The future is big, bright, and shiny. Your balloon can't pop. but your pop can balloon. Your balloon can't pop, but your pop can balloon. One more time. Your balloon can't pop, but your pop can balloon. Wow. So that means you. Okay. Check it out. Monkey reminds me of, Michael Jackson's Monkey Bobo. And then there's like a balloon animal in the background. Kind of a snake effect. Okay. So what I'm getting from the fact, but your pop can balloon, your energy is so big, so vibrant. People hate on you all the time and don't even know why. People are so drawn to you that it's just like they don't know what it is about you, because from whatever they learned in their life, you don't look like what you give off. They don't know how to pinpoint your energy. It's like someone being told that red is just red, but they don't acknowledge that there are many different shades of red. So, all right. Once again, we're just gonna keep on feeling for you, because what do you give to someone who seems to have everything and know how to get what it is that they don't have? Come on now, peace. That's all you can give them is peace. It says Archangel Chamuel, peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So that's integrity. So that love is integrity. I'm sorry, integrity is respect, is humility, is love. I mean, love is just everything balanced out, fair, blissful, not so ignorant, but free-willed, willing to learn, willing to take in the lessons. Negatives aren't negatives. Negatives are lessons. Like okay. And then for this, oh my gosh, because you're a unicorn. All right, infinite possibilities. Didn't you, mother freaker Jack? Let me tell you, you get infinite possibilities. In the second one, in part 2, it said you was gonna be okay. It said you was gonna be all right. And even now, you infinite possibilities. What do people want to do with you other than just be in peace? What is it? And that's the thing about it. When people come across someone who is so peaceful as you are, they want to see you get riled up. They want to see how much it's going to take to trip you up. And then they don't realize how much time they wasted watching you versus learning from you versus appreciating you, to the point that they don't realize how much of their self they have lost, how much of their time they've given up to giving you attention. Honey, if they don't... And at the bottom, we got Dragon with Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shape shift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. You don't get that. The heck out of here. Okay. All right, we got to make some room because I, you are a very special person, and I'm not saying that you are the best of the best, but for you, you better be the best of the best. But you know, there's so long as you have life in your body, there are more lessons to be learned. There are more things and assignments and purposes that you have and intentions to fulfill. And it says a good dream. A good dream. And so we gonna take this and we ain't even gonna cover that up. We gonna set that right there next to it. A good dream in holding like I think that's like a pillow or a ball right here in front of her. You know, you don't need somebody there to cuddle with you. If you got enough pillows, sometimes it does just as well, okay? And you got a whole bed. Stretch out, move around, have your wildest dreams, okay? I'm seeing, let me see. In this picture, there's a teddy bear with a honey pot that's standing out, and a bunny with a hat that's standing out to me. Two more, a caterpillar, and where we gonna double bubble it, the fairy looking over at the moon. This is beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm gonna say this much. If you are indeed a male, this message is for you too. If you are indeed a female, this message is for you too. Just be honest with yourself of if this is really you or if it's not. Because lying to yourself is worse than lying to anybody else. Because remember your identity. If you lying to yourself, if you're lying to others, even about who you are, then that means most definitely you're lying to yourself. And how do you get back to remembering who you are without trying to perform for others? So don't lose yourself in those type of moments. This judgment is eye-opening. Everything that you need is in front of you. It has been placed in front of you. It is just about you accepting the building blocks that has been given to you. You can build anything that you want. You build anything that you want. Okay. Time matters. Wasting time. Living in the past. You can have whatever you want. Why would you want to live in the past? And I can understand it. The past, what you just came from, seems so much easier than the unknown that you're heading into. This is worth fixing. That mindset of, and a little fear is good. Fear is encouragement. It's not even a negative. Fear is encouragement, not discouragement. Write that down, somebody. Fear is encouragement, not discouragement. Your third eye, intuition, your higher self is really talking to you, telling you, by all means, do love yourself. Love yourself. When I looked in the camera, I could have sworn it was two people on this card. So you're merging. You're coming into a more complete form and version of yourself that you've been through so much and you've seen so much darkness and you got it out the mud so deep. What the hell is there to be afraid of? Even telling those stories and that from the spirit, from your POV experience. It's crazy how you smile telling those stories, knowing the horror that you felt while you were in and knowing the work that you had to do while trying to get it out of it, while being out of it, while staying out of it. Like your past was so full of addictions that you didn't even realize were addictions and conditioning. And you being so nonchalant to realizing, how your acceptance was being harmful towards yourself. And now you're in this space where it's like you get to help others by being a representation of something that's not so shallow. You know, shallow how? Something that's not an illusion. You're not looking for instant gratification. All right. Oh, all right. So we have two. Put those right there. The first one says, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you would never doubt yourself again. What the etch a sketch have we been saying? Next one. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and your prayers will be answered soon. This one right here is giving me the energy of you might have said to yourself out loud, you might have felt it in your energy and took a deep breath and exhaled it out. That prayer that we do, Lord, please remove anything in my life that does not mean well for me, that does not have the best intentions, that would block me moving forward as I journey through my path and my mission here in life, as you direct me and as you guide me, etc., etc., etc. And then boom. Well, we saw what happened to Rose. But you know, as I said before, it was many people freezing in that water. So it's probably more than one disappearing act that you saw happen due to all this. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it becomes funny. It does become funny because it's like, wait, so I went through all that and I thought that all that was that bad. Most of that stuff wasn't even necessary. Why did I stay there so long? Oh, because I forgot who I was. Because I needed to remember. Blessed and highly favored. Deserving. Very, very deserving. Okay, and Jack, we're going to go ahead and close this out for you, honey. 5, 5, 5, 5. 55, 55. Sit it down. 55, 55. Clarity. Great transformation. Major change. Opportunity. Fast pace forward. Process. This is a process. Clarity. You aren't a victim. You are not a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best at long last. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end, which is always only just another beginning. Jack, I must say I am so amazed by you, because readings like this make me feel like I thought that I was the only one. But no, this is how we come into connection with our soul tribe, our family, our chosen family. Even if, we only greeting each other as if it's a moment at a holiday. This is so freaking beautiful. And I am so proud of you. And know that we are energetically cheering you on, and that we all can relate, even where we feel that no one can compare. So, hon, I am going to take one final gander around. Is there anything else that okay, one more insight. Can I have one, please? One, please. Oh, it says joy. Like a child, I deserve, meaning you deserve, joy in the simplicities of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Enjoy, I'm sorry, even the smallest joys is a great source of light. Jack, it has been such an honor to whomever you are. I thank you all for joining. I thank you for joining, and I thank you so much for allowing me to tap into this beautiful energy. You are a soldier. You is strong. You is mighty. You are powerful. And you ain't got to say a word because your energy will vibrate and shell shock those who try to come to attack you. You just make sure you watch yourself because you can be rather dangerous if you was to let loose that kraken. And okay, you could be rather dangerous if you was to let loose that kraken. And what does that say? That says it's not worth the struggle. So, like I said, leave the kraken under the sea, Lot. Let Sebastian and Flounder do they, 1, 2, and be bodyguards, whatever bare necessities is necessary. But yeah, stay in that loving nature. But we know you about that life, and they don't want to find out how about that life you can be. So go ahead and have a blessed evening. The Whale Watcher. Wisdom, power of the divine. Go live your life. Go Rebels. Talk to you soon. Bye, Jack.